Good afternoon, Wildcats. I'm V. Fisher.
And I'm Gabby Cropper, and you're watching WCAT Weekly News.
I don't know about you, Gabby, but I cannot wait for spring break.
Me too. With the whole senior class going to the Dominican Republic, it's going to be such a great bonding experience.
But for those of you who are not seniors yet, you all got to see the global JanTerm offerings at the JanTerm Fair this week, which is another great way to bond with your classmates in new places.
That's right. As you saw, there are great opportunities to travel to places like Greece to learn about the Bible and in the early Christian church, which I participated in this year.
Yes, and I got to go to Puerto Rico to build homes and learn about the culture there. Armand was at the fair and has more to say on the global JanTerm offerings and all the next year's elective courses.
Hey Wildcats, I'm Armand Dewan, and I'm here at this year's Global JanTerm and Course Electives Fair. Here's a look at some of the programs and electives that are being offered this year. First, we interviewed some students who are planning to take or have already taken an elective.
Hi, I'm Liam, and the JanTerm that I really want to take is the Guatemala JanTerm because both of my brothers did it, and it just seems like a really good opportunity. You get to serve the community by building houses, and I get to use my Spanish skills, which should be really fun.
I also think public speaking is a really interesting course offered here at Westminster because it's such an integral part of like any job that you go to work. So learning confidence and speaking to a room is super important, and the class is just super fun and easygoing, so recommend.
Next, we interviewed some teachers on their electives.
So I'm Mr. Reese, and I teach graphic design, 2D design, AP 2D design, and photography. And students should take this class because it's thought-provocative, it's creative, it's awesome. We go on amazing field trips. We document our campus. It's very imaginative, and it really activates the conceptual part of the brain married with art.
I'm here to talk about industrial design and engineering. We have 2 semester-long classes. The intro has no prereq, and you in this class get to learn about human-centered design. You get to learn CAD. You get to learn how to use every tool in the wood shop, as well as in the advanced class we go into the metal shop and learn those as well. We do 3D printing and laser cutting. It's all about creating and designing and iterating on things and learning how to make stuff with your hands, with tools, and with technology all coming together. And everything you make in the class you get to keep.
I hope you all got some ideas from this year's fair. Personally, I'm already excited for next year. Back to you guys in the studio.
You guys will not want to miss these opportunities, so make sure to fill out the applications for a chance to participate. Registration opens on the Monday after spring break.
In local travel news, the Westminster filmmaking and public speaking classes went to Sandy Springs Performing Arts Center to participate in the Atlanta Jewish Film Festival opening week.
Let's go to WCAT's Jack Poole to hear more.
Hello, my name is Jack Poole, and the public speaking and film class just watched my friend Sam about a Holocaust survivor, and something that I took away from it was the empathy and compassion he showed for other people coming out of the Holocaust after he survived it, and just being in their shoes and realizing that he could have used that help. And it was very emotional seeing how everyone reacted and how everyone was so locked in, and it was a great film. I really liked it. He caught up with Coleman Rice, one of the students who watched the film, my friend Sam.
I thought that was really cool to see his message and what all he went through, and how he's so giving even though he came from nothing at the beginning.
And how did it impact you? What is the main thing you took away from these?
Just always have hope. I know we have tangible things and people that we hold on to for hope, and for him it was his violin, so we just need to find that thing and just have hope in our lives, because something always better will come in the future.
Now back to the studio.
Wow, that sounds like a super cool experience.
The lower schoolers also had a special opportunity on Tuesday to celebrate and learn about Lunar New Year. Let's go hear more about it from Camden Webb, our WCAT Ask crew.
Hi, I'm Camden. I'm Camden, 4th grade with WCAT. We had a great Lunar New Year celebration on Tuesday yesterday with a giant parade with all of 4th grade. Sasha, what was your favorite part about the parade in 1st grade?
Well, it was pretty fun. I didn't really get to see it because I was inside of the dragon right behind the head.
Yes, I heard that it was in the library, so right behind us, and I was a lion, and that was really fun. Carolina, what did you make your lantern this year?
This year, I made my lantern, I tried to make the moons, like lunar New Year moons, kind of make sense. And then I kept asking people, does this look like a banana? And most of them said yes. So it's like banana, boat, moon, kind of depends on the way you look at it, or like the way you hold it. So, yeah, I think it's pretty.
Hodge, what was your favorite part of the parade this year?
My favorite part of the parade this year was that it was just so festive. Like, all these people are, they're happy, they're cheering, sort of, as we parade down the hall in a big costume, and a dragon holding pool noodles.
Thank you. I'm Cameron with WCAT.
Go Cats!
Go Cats! Move!
Thanks, Lower School Ask, and Happy Lunar New Year.
But that's not all that's going on around campus. The middle schoolers are making cards for the Blessings in a Backpack organization.
Let's hear more from Luke Naralki.
What is this organization called that you are donating all these happy letters to?
Great question, Bud. So thanks to the efforts of Miss Kara Reese, our new 6th and 7th grade English teacher, we are supporting an organization called Blessings in a Backpack. And actually, every student is going to learn about this in the month of February in their English classes. We are just kicking it off in Service Club today. And it is an organization that is helping to provide blessings in a backpack. That includes food, snacks, and encouraging cards. So what we can do today is write encouraging notes to children who are going home over the weekends, needing some encouragement, needing some loving words, something we all need and we can all kind of relate to as humans.
Thank you. Are students really devoted to this project? Do you think that this will be a big thing?
So Luke, what's awesome is that normally with Service Club, we get maybe between like 3 and 5 students on random Fridays when we have clubs. And the good news is that you can look into that room, and if you were to come with me in that room, we probably have about over maybe 10, 12, maybe close to 15 kids in there working on these cards right now. And I don't know if they love coloring or if they were pulled in because of the announcement this morning about writing encouraging cards, but we are thrilled that it already seems like a jump start in a positive way.
Thank you. How many cards have you created so far?
You know what, my man, I have no idea, but I'll let you know once we get back in there. We'll see. And as many as we can make, made with love and care, we will hope for that. I guess maybe it's not as much about the quantity, but maybe more about the quality, making sure that you're putting in thought and trying to really think about what would this young person who's actually just like me like to hear.
Thanks, Luke. Now let's go to Jack Adams and Wiley Lum for our WCAT Sports Report.
Thanks, Gabby and V. I'm Jack Adams.
And I'm Wiley Lum. We start on the hardwood, where the Howell Center was rocking for the first round of the state playoffs.
After a slow start last night, the boys basketball team took down Locust Grove in a dominant fashion, winning 77-64. Here are some good highlights from the game. The energy was electric, so a huge thank you to the fans who became the unexpected sixth man. Here's a great pitch back to Nico Searle for a nice dagger there. He led the Storm as the Cats took over Locust Grove. Here's a nice drive to the rim and kick out to sophomore Aiden Cooper. the Wildcats now advance to the Sweet 16 and travel to play at Jonesboro Saturday at 6 p.m. A trip to the Elite Eight is on the line.
On the girls' side, the team traveled to Jones County High School Tuesday night for their first-round matchups against the Greyhounds. The squad fought hard but fell to Jones County, closing out a really strong season. Here's Coach Alex Ritchie as he recaps the season for us.
Hey, just super proud of our group. What an incredible season. Finished our year 19-8 and accomplished a ton. Finished second in the region. Had some big wins. Just really, really proud of our group for the progress they made in our time together. We had 5 special seniors, and we're going to miss their contributions to our program. And really had an honor just coaching them and working with them during my time here. And excited for what the future has in store. And it's tough when it always comes to an end, but just couldn't be more proud of this group and for all their accomplishments and for the hard work that they showed each and every day.
Congrats to Coach Ritchie and the girls basketball team on an incredible season. Staying with winter sports, Varsity Squash traveled to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for nationals and delivered one of the best finishes in school history.
Thanks, Wiley and Jack. This past weekend, the varsity boys and girls squash teams flew to Philadelphia to compete in the 2026 U.S. High School Team Championships. They've had a fantastic season and performed really well on a national scale. And they were able to extend their vacation due to an unexpected surprise. The boys started off with a win against Pomfret School to go 1-0, but then had a close 4-3 loss to Woodbury Forest. Then they came out with 2 commanding wins against Browning Varsity Boys and Whitman High School. This led them to a 3-1 record as they were able to win the Consolation Championship, which was an amazing feat. The girls, on the other hand, started off their tournament going 1-0 as well against Concord Academy. Then they faced off against the number 1 seed and eventual tournament winner in Milton Academy. Though they had a tough loss, the team was able to learn so much by playing with some of the top players in the country. In the consolation bracket, they won against Shipley Varsity and unfortunately came up short to Episcopal High School in the Consolation Championship. The girls ended up with a 2-2 record, which capped off a great season. After the tournament, the fun unexpectedly continued as both teams were trapped in Philadelphia until Tuesday, February 24th, due to the blizzards in the Northeast. The team was able to play in the snow outside of the hotel and enjoy company with one another. Thankfully, everyone made it back safely. Overall, it was a remarkable weekend for them, and I think it's pretty safe to say that everyone enjoyed the extra few days in the snow. That's it for squash. Back to y'all.
Thanks, Deshaun. Now let's turn to spring sports, which are officially in full swing.
As you can see here, a little bit of a dreary weather over here in the southeast. But the baseball squad was scheduled to play in Hartselle, Alabama today. But weather over the state lines is just as bad as it is right here.
They will hopefully face Hartselle before returning home for spring break.
Boys lacrosse fell to Wesleyan Tuesday night, but their game tonight has been canceled.
Also on Tuesday, girls lacrosse dropped a tough battle to Chattahoochee. The Lax Cats will reschedule their Mill Creek match that was originally scheduled for tonight.
On the pitch, boys soccer traveled to Cambridge for a clash that ended late last night. After playing 80 minutes of regulation, 2 overtimes, and finally a PK shootout, unfortunately the Cats fell 3-3.
Crazy game. Cambridge ended the Wildcats after 5 penalty kicks.
The girls soccer team continues their dominant run. They defeated Centennial earlier this week behind 2 goals from Savi's Wisloit.
And they followed that up with an impressive 3-1 win over Cambridge on the road. A strong start to the region play for the Wildcats.
Track and field hosted their first home meet of the season Wednesday at the brand new Wildcat track. Schools like St. Pius, Whitfield, and Woodward all came to compete. WCAT's Spencer Mosley caught up with new head coach Jordan Snellings on the start to the season.
What made you want to coach the track team?
I've always loved track and field. I thought it was the one sport where everyone has their individual events going on, but you come together for one team goal, and that's to win at the end of the day and win the meet or win a state title. But I always like just the moving pieces and moving parts to track and field.
Okay. How would you describe your coaching style?
I would say my coaching style is one, I don't really yell a lot, so I guess you would kind of call me like a player's coach, but I don't yell a lot, but I do have certain standards, and that's always just about, respecting the sport, 100% effort, and then like communicate, so it's very collaborative with the athlete and with the coaching staff, so that's kind of my style.
What are your goals for the track team this season?
My goals are to, one, I would like everyone to get better. I want them to improve and chase and meet their own goals that they have for themselves. And then team goals, I would love to win a region title, and I would love to win a state title in girls and boys track and field. So those are the ultimate goals. I started running in 10th grade, and prior to running track and field, I was a football and basketball player, but decided in the springtime I just got tired of going home at 3 o'clock right after school. So I decided to give track and field a try, and I've always loved like being fast, and being the fastest in the school and the fastest in the class always fascinated me. So track and field was the next best thing, and I fell in love with it then.
What message would you like to share with the track team?
The message I would like to share with the track team is that I am super honored and excited to be you guys' coach. I hope that you have the best track and field experience you possibly can, and I'm looking forward to achieving great things this year and many more years to come.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Spencer. Fun stuff. I know I'm looking forward to joining the hurdle crew in a couple weeks. Wildcat Track and Field will now head to the Milton Showcase this Saturday.
In other sports, boys tennis earned a huge win over region rival Cambridge in their first region matchup of the season.
Their scheduled match against Blessed Trinity today was postponed until March 16th.
The girls tennis team also defeated Cambridge and Blessed Trinity in 2 dominant 5-0 victories.
And finally, check out the 2 new episodes of WCAT Chats, our very own sports podcast. In episode 70, WCAT's Catherine Fleming catches up with the girls lacrosse captains. And in the previous show, Wyatt Garfinkel and Wilson Knoll speak with baseball lifer and new Westminster head coach Andy Harlan. Make sure to check them out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and on WCAT's very own YouTube channel.
That's all for sports.
Back to you, Gabby and V.
Thanks, y'all. But before we leave for spring break, we can't get too ahead of ourselves.
I can't think of a better way to close out this week than watching our annual talent show.
Yes, it's definitely my favorite assembly. Be sure to stick around to support your classmates on stage tomorrow at 1 p.m.
That's all for this week, Wildcats. We leave you with the sounds of the Westminster Orchestra's concerto from Tuesday's all-school performance. I'm V. Fisher.
And I'm Gabby Cropper. And you're watching WCAT Weekly News.
Stay Wildcats!